I am Catherine, and I am here to do a review on Losing It by Cora Carmack. I had to double check. I'm currently reading her second one, which is Keeping Her. Well, it's not the second one. It's like a companion novella to Losing It. Anyway, so the gist of Losing It is that we have a dear girl named Bliss. Worst first name ever, but it is awesome because they actually address this in the book and they make fun of it, and it's awesome, and it's all done in good fun. She is in her last semester of university in the States, and she's still a virgin. Oh my god, when does this happen? So she hasn't lost it yet, and she meets this guy at a bar. Things almost never start out well that way, but she meets this guy named Garrett at a bar, and she decides, like, yeah, I'm gonna lose my virginity to him. So, you know, they go back to her place. Turns out he's her neighbor too, and they start, and she freaks and stops and runs away at her own apartment, which is actually really funny. So fast forward to the next day, and it's her first day back in her winter semester. Who walks in as the new professor but her hot mystery boy from the night before, Garrett. It's interesting because you follow them for the remainder of the school year and see them trying to deal with what has happened and, suppressing the urge to want to have it happen again because it's not right since he's her teacher. And of course, I know, since there's a sequel novella, they get together. It's obvious. It's a good romance. There's a good happy ending, and I'm not going to completely ruin that. I have a copy of this book, and of course it's like everything good in my life, and it's in storage. So I had to get this from the library and read it on my computer, and it sucked because it was an ebook, and I don't know where my other e-reader is, and Kindle isn't compatible, which is dumb. But anyway, so when I was reading this, I don't know if it was because I was reading it on my computer, which was a pain in the ass, or if it was because I wanted to slap Bliss about every 5 seconds and be like, put on your grown-up panties and get your shit together because this is ridiculous. Just go and make out with your really hot British professor and screw the consequences because he's only like a sub-professor. It's not his job, and you're almost graduated anyway. Or what, but it took me a while to get through this book, and I think the only reason I actually finished it was because the book was about to expire and I needed to finish reading it. But I really wanted to read it, so that has to account for something. And I really did enjoy it, and I'm really enjoying the novella right now that I'm reading. So I really like the characters. Bliss annoyed the shit out of me a lot of times, and like I said, I wanted to slap her. But the supporting characters are awesome. She has 2 best friends, so one guy, one girl best friend, and her girl best friend was awesome. She really tries, because Bliss is so introverted, she pushes Bliss, and she makes her go out with her, and makes her go dancing, and makes her go to the bar, and makes her kind of get drunk, and she's that good pusher friend, not the bad ones, but the good ones. And I really wanted to read more about her. Like, I would have loved to read a book from her perspective because she was so awesome. And then you have best friend number 2, and he is a guy, and he is of course in love with Bliss, and she just does not reciprocate. She tries, oh bless her heart, she tries, but it's not meant to be. So trying only gets you so far, sadly. But they really made the book, and what they brought to it just, it wouldn't have been the same without them, and I thought they were really well written. And then you have your, like, tertiary characters. That's the right word for third, whatever, you know what I mean. And they are awesome, and most of them are in the class. So you have, like, your typical D-bags, and you have, like, your prima donna actor kids in school, and you have the other professors, and it's really, the whole ensemble cast works really well together. A lot of it was funny, because, nowadays virginity is something that's not considered what it used to be. Like, it's not as needed for people, and kids are losing it younger and younger now. So to read a book about a girl who is, 21 and has her virginity still intact was really interesting from a psychological standpoint too, because I mean, it's not as if it was for religious reasons where she has to be married before, but it's just a personal thing, and it's so hard to find that in today's, and I really have to commend the character for it, because I mean, that's kind of awesome. But yes, it was interesting to see her address virginity. Like, it's almost as if it was something dirty, like not dirty, but unwanted. I mean, it was something that was unwanted, but when the opportunities kept arising for her to lose it, there was something that kept holding her back, and it was nice. It was nice, and it was interesting to see the psychology behind that, and the whole mind games that she was playing with herself. And then it was interesting to see the progression of her relationship with Garrett, and how that came into play with it. And it's shameful, and she's so ashamed that she's still a virgin that she doesn't necessarily come out and just say it. And you're yelling in the back, you're like, just effing tell him. And I mean, what's the big effing deal? Just tell him that you're still a virgin, and all of these problems will go away. That was Losing It by Cora Carmack, and I definitely can't wait to read, after this novella that I'm reading, more things by her as well, especially the second and third books in the series, the It series. I'm not sure. There's an actual name for it. I think it's like the Losing It series, but it looks like fun, and I can't wait. So that is my review. And until next time, of course, let me know if you read it. Let me know if you want to read it. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.